Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the 2021 yearly favorites video. I have not done a yearly favorites video in maybe I did one last year. You know, this year has just felt like a blur, and it has probably been one of the worst years of my life. So I'm ready to get over it, but I also don't remember much that happened this year. So I put together my favorites. I have them all listed here with why they're my favorites. So I'm just going to go through them with you. And I also just filmed me getting ready. These are all the favorites on my face. So I'll be inserting little clips of me doing my makeup with my favorites so you can see how they perform while we're going through this. So I don't have a lot this year, but I figured we could just go through it together, and maybe you can find some ones that you want to check out yourself. So the first thing I want to talk about is a foundation slash skin tint. This is from Shiseido. This is the Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Tint. I have the shade 115. So I got this in a box from Influencer. Influencer is this like app company that will send you free product as long as you review them and post them on your stories and whatever. I've been in that program since about 2015, and I've gotten like a lot of really good products in there, stuff that like is a straight up holy grail for me now. That is where I tried out the e.l.f. Camo Cc Cream. That's where I found this really beautiful Marc Jacobs concealer that I like. Marc Jacobs is no longer a brand, but so they sent me this to test out, and I was super excited. I've never tried out Shiseido before, but Katie Jane Hughes loves Shiseido and always talks about it, so I was like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna love this. So I do. And the reason I love this is because it is the most like interesting face product I've tried in a long time. This is a sheer to light coverage. Obviously it is a skin tint, so it's not gonna be medium to full coverage at all. I have it on my face today and it literally just like sinks into the skin and looks like skin. It is so natural all day long, or I wear it for a few hours at a time, but for as long as I wear it, it just looks even better as I wear it somehow. It's absolutely beautiful, and I find that both cream and powder products sit on top of this super nicely. So there's no pulling, there's no tugging, and this doesn't really like get into my smile lines that badly. A lot of foundations do. They sink into my smile lines like a mother, but this one does not. It just really looks like skin, and it's about a satin finish. It's not super dewy. I do have a highlighter on, but it's not super dewy. It's just like a satiny skin tint. So I have literally almost used this entire bottle. I think I have about this much left of it, which just speaks to it because I don't really wear makeup a lot, but this has been the one thing that I have been reaching for consistently since I got it. It's literally just such a beautiful, beautiful skin tint. And on the other side of the spectrum in affordability, I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Dewy. They have a matte and a dewy version. Goddamn! Goddamn, does Wet n Wild know how to make a good complexion product. I have fallen in love with a lot of their products. I love this one. I love their stick foundation. They also had a cushion foundation for a while, and it just like really blows me away how incredibly these perform for like literally $6 or $7. This is a foundation that's been on my like to buy list for 2 years, and I finally purchased it. I would say within the last 3 or 4 months, so pretty recently in the year, which again speaks for how much I love it if it's going into a favorites video. It is a really nice medium coverage. You can build it up to full. I do use a generous amount of this product because it is pretty thin. It is very, very liquidy, but when you blend it into the skin, it looks skin-like. It doesn't sit on top of my skin. It just really kind of gives me a nice wash of color. It does sink into my smile lines a little bit. The way I would combat that was just to like pat it out and set it with powder, but I don't really wear makeup outside like that anymore. And yeah, it's dewy. I mean, it's a dewy foundation. It definitely is dewy. But what I like about this is if you want a more satin look, like I have a satiny finish on today, just set it with powder. So for concealers, I've only been using one since I purchased this. I got this concealer probably halfway through the year, and because I have been I have been obsessed with this brand for the entire year. So this is the Nudestix Nudies concealer. I have the shade Nude 1. I do wish they had more of an expansive shade range because this is just pushing my shade. Like I could honestly go for maybe a half a shade lighter than this and I'd be comfortable with it. They don't have the most expansive shade range, which is unfortunate because the product is so incredibly good. This is a gorgeous satin finish concealer that is a medium to full coverage. You can go up and build this up. I don't love doing that because I think part of the like allure of this product is just how beautiful it looks on one application because it is medium, so it covers up my veins. I have it under my eyes today. It covers up my veins and my dark circles pretty well, But what I think is most interesting and what I love so much about this is it's almost self-setting. So I don't use a ton of this product. I don't use a ton of concealer product in general. It's just not the vibe I'm going for. So I have like little tiny creases. We all have creases in our eyes, and the product will build up with this one. But all I do is I take my finger and I go under it and I pat it through. And then honestly, it takes away enough product that if I don't want to set it, I don't have to. And it doesn't clump into those areas again. Just like when I'm doing my makeup, I'll leave it on the top of my lids because that is my primer. I use a concealer for a primer. So I'll just pat over the top of my lid, set it with a little bit of powder, and then it's good. But I really don't feel like once I pat over it, I have to set it. And I have never come across a concealer that is like that before. You know, one of the things I used to hate when I first got into makeup was that I couldn't find a concealer that made my under eyes look good. It always looked so bad. They always looked so tired. They always looked so old because the product would build up in my little creases. And this is the complete opposite. Like, this is like a holy grail straight up. I have not reached for a single concealer since purchasing this. And I know I'm going to have to get another one soon because like I'm terrified of running out of it. It is maybe the hero product of the year. So if you haven't tried the Nudestix concealer, trust me, it's incredible. If they have it in your shade, again, the shade range is not great, but I'm hoping they'll expand upon it. This may be cheating. This is the Cosmetics So Soft Bronzer, and I have the shade Terra. I just got this in the last month, and I'm straight up putting it in my yearly favorites because I think it has surpassed all of the bronzers that I have purchased this year and used this year. And I also feel like it might be my hero product going into next year. Like, I really doubt there's something that's going to knock this shit out of its place. I have been searching for a cool neutral cream bronzer. I find that a lot of the bronzers, the cream bronzers that I have at least heard about and, you know, are talked about everywhere, pull really warm, which is fine for a look, but I wanted it to be more multi-dimensional. I'd take pictures and I'd be like, wow, I just look kind of orange a little bit. No matter how much I blended in, it just didn't give me the look I wanted. I wanted something cool, I wanted something neutral, and the only cool neutral bronzer I have right now is the Fenty Beauty Butter Biscuit, which I love, but I can't use that every day. So when Cosmetics came out with these, they have bronzers and blushes. I just knew in my heart I had to try one of them. So during Black Friday, I purchased them while they were on sale. I just purchased this one, actually. This is the only product I purchased from Cosmetics. And holy fucking shit, man. So this is the shade Terra. As we can see here in the tube, it is definitely a cool neutral, and it's quite pigmented. But what is so incredible about this bronzer is that it goes on really pigmented, but it blends out to literally the perfect, almost sheer light coverage bronzer. I put this as a contour right here and over here, and it just doesn't look like, it just looks like a natural like way that my face would look in the sun. Like, it looks like a natural contour. It looks so fucking beautiful, and I have over applied sometimes and yet it still doesn't look bad. Like, it just does not look bad ever. I even started nose contouring because it looks so natural, the way it blends. I like cannot talk enough about the way it blends. It blends like no other cream bronzer I've ever used. It just blends so fucking seamlessly. It is literally incredible. And if you are a fair girl like me and you're looking for a cool neutral contour stick or bronzer, this is definitely the fucking one. Like, I really cannot speak highly enough about this, and it makes me want to go back and purchase more shades of this and also shades of the blushes because I can only imagine how beautiful and gorgeous they would look. So these are the Nudestix Nudies. As you saw from my concealer, Nudestix has been one of the brands that have really stepped into this year along with Cosmetics and just tried so much of. And it started with a 21 Days of Beauty sale. They had this Nudestix Nudies half off, and I had been kind of lusting over these for a while, but I was unsure if I was ready to take the leap because I had not really used cream products before this minus the Fenty bronzer, and I was unsure of how user-friendly these would be for me. So I got the shade Bondi Bay to start, and I got a blush as well. And I mean, wow. They are really incredibly user-friendly, and I think that's one thing I love about Nudestix. They're very much user-friendly, like natural makeup brand, so all the products are going to be easy to use. I have the bronzer on top of the contour today, and it just gives this really beautiful flush, right? You don't need to use a lot. You can use a lot if you want to, but you definitely don't need to for the bronzers. And they have quite a few shades of bronzers. They have them in warm tones, cool tones, terracotta shades. Like, there's really something for everybody there. Really, really incredible. And also the blushes. So there's two different types of blushes. There are the Nudestix Nudies Bloom, which are like a glow, and then the regular Nudies, which is a matte finish. The hero color for me this year has been the one that I have on my cheeks today. This is Body Language. This is the most beautiful, I don't even know what to describe this. This is like a mauve injected with just a little bit of red. Beautiful. I don't wear makeup outside, and I haven't really worn makeup outside unless, you know, I've been going to an outdoor event with a partner or a friend. And every single time I have like an event to go to, and I'm not wearing foundation, I'm just not with a mask, I'm not doing that. I put a little bit of this on my cheeks, right? And I blend it all out. And then I put this on my lips too. This is gorgeous on the lips. And it just makes me feel so fucking fierce, man. Like, I don't need bronzer. I don't need anything. It just looks so good. And that's another thing that I love about these Nudestix products. You do not need to have foundation on for them to look good. It just looks, it sinks into the skin. It looks super natural. It just looks super, super, super good. And it's like a healthy flush to the cheeks. Incredible. I do love the Nudies Bloom. I have one in Bohemian Rose, which is like a beautiful blue toned pink. Damn, it's so good. Like, these are so good. And I have bought so many. And I just cannot stop using these. So this is another hero product, the Nudestix Nudies. All right, along with those, another cream blush are these M Cosmetics Serum blushes. I have 4 different shades. I have Rose Milk, Venetian Rose, Sunset Sky, and Peachy Peach. I love these. These are really interesting. So M Cosmetics makes like the most interesting formulated products. So these are definitely like straight up liquid. They are a serum, so it comes with a little dropper. And these look like, Sunset Sky looks really intimidating because it's like, it's literally red. And they have one that's literally purple. But these are, I would say, a sheer to light coverage, these are, I would say, a sheer to light coverage blush as well, because I've put a lot on. But when I blend it into the skin, because I also have this on top of Body Language on my face today, it gives the most beautiful natural flush to the skin. It really just enhances the natural flush that is already there. I have worn that really red Sunset Sky blush to meetings, and it doesn't look red. You know, it just looks like my face has a little something something on it. It's the most incredibly dewy, beautiful blush. And you can wear it with or without makeup. I've done both. And also the way you apply it can be completely different. I've applied it with my fingers, with a sponge, with a brush. Wherever you are, whatever you like to use, these products are totally, can go any way. You can wear them any way. Use any product to blend them out. They're so versatile. I love them so much, and I would love to get the whole collection. One day, one day, one day. Okay, the next product is a highlighter. I was thinking through, like really thinking about what products I use this year. There is not an eyeshadow palette in here. You know, there's not eyeliners in here. It's really just, what did I use? What did I reach for? What was I excited to use? And this was one of them. The only highlighter I was really excited about this year. Highlighters, I don't know about anyone else, but they kind of lost their flavor for me. Like, I used to be so fucking pumped about highlighters. Like, oh yeah, let me put some highlighter on. And I don't know if it's because I've been using more cream blushes, but my face has been like more dewy naturally. I don't feel like I need a highlighter. And a lot of times I forget to put highlighters on, and I'm like typing up what I used in my pictures, and I'm like, fuck, I didn't use a highlighter. So the one that I've used this year the most, the one I actually genuinely reached for a bunch, is from Nabla. This is the Nabla Skin Glazing in the shade Ozone. As you can see, I totally wore off the name Nabla. This is the most beautiful, super intense, shimmery highlighter. I have it on my face today. And what I love most about this is, first of all, it is densely packed into the pan, so you cannot pick up too much of this product. And it's just straight up shimmer. It works great on top of cream products because it is not as abrasive as other highlighters. It builds upon the dewiness of them, which is why I have this beautiful little stripe there. It just works so well with cream and with powder product. They have a ton of shades, they have a ton of different colors on the line, so you can definitely find something that you love. I know Katie Jane Hughes uses one of these shades as a blush all the time. I don't know if I'm ready for a shimmery blush like that, but it was definitely one of the best purchases I made this year, and I was really impressed because I don't have a lot of Nobble products with the quality of this. I do not have eyeshadows, I do not have traditional eyeliners. What I have this year to talk about is wet liners. I have two brands that I use the most. One is Glam Vice, which is now Gavisi Cosmetics, and then by Mila Lopes. These shits are really fucking cool, okay? If you don't know what a wet liner is, it's pretty life-changing. So it is a super, super, super pigmented pot liner that is only activated by water. And then they dry down and they stay there unless it is again activated with water. It doesn't like crunch up. It looks so fucking flawless the whole time. So, you know, if you feel like you're gonna cry or it's raining, these are not ideal because I have myself cried my liners off, unfortunately. But because they're activated by water, it also makes them incredibly user-friendly. Just do your eyes first and then clean up with water. Like, you do not need to clean up with a makeup wipe. You don't need to clean up with anything but a Q-tip and water, or a brush with a little bit of water on it. I have been wearing these liners outside as like, along with the Nudestix, like this is the only like real makeup that I have worn outside for events, and I just feel so badass in them. They come in a fucking million shades. Like we have gold and peach and white and blue, and it's just like, it is definitely the most, it's unlocked a creative side to me that I did not have before, and it's definitely so, it's unreal how like inspired you can feel to create something with liners, because there is nothing that you cannot do with wet liners. The next product I'm gonna talk about is a lip liner. If you told me 2021 I would be obsessed with lip liners, I would call you a fucking liar. And here I am. And what started my love affair with lip liners are the newer Persona Cosmetics lip liners. My favorite is this one here. It's the shade Rosewood, and it's the one I have on my lips right now. Goddamn. I hadn't really used lip liners until this brand came out with them, and then because, you know, it's Persona Cosmetics, my favorite brand, we all know that, I had to buy all of them. What I love most about these lip liners is they're super long wearing as well as really moisturizing. I do also use ColourPop lip liners, but what I find is that they are very much dry. Like they're very, very dry, and these are moisturizing and they stick down. So like I just have a gloss over top of Rosewood right now, but I don't even need to put a gloss if I wanted a more matte lip. I have worn these on their own to meetings, to events, to friend parties that I'm going to. You know, they are just the perfect companion for any product. I love putting Rosewood and then a super nude lip underneath, on top of it. It just looks so fucking bomb. And these are probably my favorite product that Persona has come out with in 2021. I'm so excited for them to release more shades because, like, I will never need another lip liner. I didn't want to fucking like this mascara because it's so balls expensive. The Nars Climax mascara. Yeah. God damn, does it make the lashes look good? It's on my lashes today. God damn, do you see how like literally lengthening, how lengthening and volumizing this is right now? So last year, my favorite mascara was the Bare Minerals Strength and Length Mascara, but I have to say it does not even hold a candle to this one because the extreme amount that my lashes are lengthened and volumized, it should be fucking illegal. My only qualm with this one is sometimes it flakes, and I don't know if that's because I've been using it way past when I should be. It's my toxic trait, or not, but that is like the only real problem I have. It does not smudge a lot. It doesn't move. It's really just such a really, really, really solid good mascara. Yeah, I'm honestly shocked. I was shocked at this one. I did not like it at first, but then it got me. And the last thing I want to talk about today, my last favorite of the year, are brushes. These are the Katie Jane Hughes X Spectrum collaboration, the whole set. This shit was balls expensive, okay? It was $225 American dollars, and I think I got a discount code with it too, which is crazy. And I was like, am I going to do this? Because the one person this year who has inspired me to pick up a makeup brush and continue on with my journey has been Katie Jane Hughes. When I felt really depressed, I would just go and like watch her Instagram stories. She's so incredibly knowledgeable and personable, and it just made me feel like inspired to go and try something new. So she kept using her brushes, and they have this beautiful olive handle, and you know how much I love olive tones. So after I got cast as an understudy, I decided my gift to myself for getting auditions and going for it, even when life has been really tough, would be to get these brushes for myself. So I purchased them. I have a bunch of brushes, right? And I said this once on my Instagram stories, and they never made my makeup look the way I wanted them to. And I was like, oh, I just don't have enough brushes. But the problem wasn't the quantity of brushes I have, but the quality of brushes I had. These brushes, I don't need another brush. I could just live off of this one cup. I could just live off of this one cup of brushes for the rest of my life. These are the kind of brushes that work no matter what all the time. They're that incredibly high quality, and that's why they were really expensive. But I have never had a bad makeup day using these brushes. I don't need more brushes, I just need the right brushes. So if you're looking to invest, they did have a whole bunch of sales around Christmas on her items. Spectrum x Katie Jane Hughes, I totally 100% recommend it. It was like 1000% worth the money. Something I would purchase again and again and again. And I did think about buying a backup, but I had to buy the Christmas gifts. So yeah, that is the favorites for this year. Happy 2022, y'all. I'm manifesting growth this year, manifesting a new job, manifesting letting go of insecurities. That is the 3 things I really want to work on, and just really like trust myself more. I know what I can do and what I want to do, and I know I'm capable of everything that I want to do. I just have to stop holding myself back. I'm also manifesting the end of this pandemic, but we'll see. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to, and I will see you in the new year. Bye, everyone.